welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll go over the final episode of the season 1 of this saga. But this is a series where we explain the cards that are legal in the Op1 format, which is purple. Purple is the big chunky boy deck where you play big haymakers and try to game from there. Starting off, we got Kurozumi Orochi, 2K counter, and on play, reveal one artificial devil fruit smile from your deck and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. I'm not too sure about the ruling on this, but I do believe that you need to play, because of how it's worded or whatever, and how sometimes cards can be in your life, you are allowed to check your deck to see if you do have the card, even if you know you don't. So it allows you to check technically what's in your life. It's a 2K with 2K counter. Definitely sees a lot of play in Kaido. Nope. Starter deck vanilla, Jin Remy, Poo Poo. Nope. Ultimortar. So purple is a color that has access to a lot of event cards, and I believe purple is one of the colors that prefers to play with a decent amount of event cards. So this for -2 Dawn, so you return 2 Dawns from your field to your Dawn deck. That is what minus Dawn means. Dawn minus and then X being the number is how many Dawns you have to return to use those Dawn effects. So I won't go over it again, but I'll just say Dawn minus whatever. Your leader or one of your characters gains 2K, and then you draw a card. I feel like it's not that bad, but -2 Dawn to draw a card and 2K power kind of doesn't really replace itself, so I'm not too sure. But though, Blast Breath is a really nice. For -1 Dawn, plus 4K to a leader or character. Really good. This is really good. It's played, I believe, 3 to 4 of in the Kaido decks. Hello? Okay. And we had the 2 drops. We started seeing a lot more cards, just 1 drops. It was funny, we saw the 10 drop. We got Ulti on play. For 1, you add a Dawn. So, I mean, she's okay. I don't think she sees any play in Kaido. But the on play looks interesting. Kurozumi Semimaru. Your Kurozumi family type cards, type characters other than Kurozumi Semimaru cannot be KO'd in battle. I believe this is interesting. Maybe once we'll get more of those cards, but I do not believe he sees any play as he is kind of weak. Next up, and they can only not be KO'd in battle, but if you play removal, they can get KO'd. And then we got Kurozumi Higurashi. He's a blocker from the Kurozumi family, and he's your standard small blocker, but you'll see purple has quite a few more blockers than some other colors. Then we got Vanilla Speed. Bad card, do not play. Bao Huang. On play, choose 2 cards from your opponent's hand and reveal them. I do not know why this is interesting. It is interesting, but I do not know why you'd ever play this card. This Who's Who, for 1 Dawn, your turn. If you have 8 or more Dawn on field, this character gains 1K. So technically, he's a 2-cost character with 1K counter, and he's 5K power if you have 8 or more Dawn. So, but it's not played. Then we go to Sheep's Head. Yeah, Sheep's Head, I think is how you say his name. It's a 4K vanilla garbage. Black Maria is a 2K blocker, so you do play a number of them, and it is a pretty nice blocker, if I do say so myself. And then this Scarlet is a 2K vanilla. I don't believe you play this guy. This is from the film starter, so we will not be covering it. And then this is the artificial devil fruit smile that Orochi was talking about. Jesus, sorry, I moved my mouse. So it's a 2-cost event, and you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a smile type character with cost of 3 or less, and you play. Then you play so. But I don't think a lot of characters play so Speed is a smile character, Huang is a smile character. But a lot of the good cards, like Black Maria and stuff, are just Animal Kingdom pirates. So none of the good cards actually have smile. Maybe we'll see smiles later on, and maybe this card will see more play. We have Sheep's Horn for -1 Dawn, rest of 6 or less. I don't think it's very good. That's why it does not see much play. But Thunder Bagua, does see play. It's a 2-cost counter. It gives 4k. Then if you have 2 or less life, you add a Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. So this is a ramp spell late game, and it's a really good defense card. And its trigger is that you add a Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So it's pretty good. Now let's move on. We got Sasaki, a 2k counter that helps you ramp. With 1 Dawn when he's attacking, you trash a card from your hand to add a Dawn from your deck, from your Dawn deck, and rest it. So good card. Jack is the opposite. When attacking you, -1 Dawn. Your opponent discards a card. So 1 ramps you, 1 makes your opponent discard. You've got Hold'em. When he's KO'd, you add a Dawn from your deck. I don't believe this card sees any play. Nope, OP2, OP2. Then we got this Sasaki. He has counter, and for -1 Dawn on play, you draw a card. I think this card is interesting and could see some play, especially if you feel like you need more cards in hand to deal with things. This Jack has the on play that you trash a card from your hand, and instead of drawing, you gain a Dawn. So you ramp yourself as with an active Dawn. Who's Who is one of the first forms of removal Purple has access to. So on play, and it has a trigger effect. So it can come from the life when you take damage. -1 Dawn, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. We have X-Drake from the starter, but sadly it's a vanilla and it won't see much play. Then we got Onigashima. So this is essentially what we call island. This is essentially what we call island. You may rest this stage as a 3-cost stage card. You may rest this stage if your leader has Animal Kingdom pirates. So any, I believe, Kaido, King, Queen, those kind of Wano cards, they are Animal Kingdom pirates. You can rest a Dawn. You can rest this card to add a Dawn and rest it. So this is the typical ramp stage. All right, now in the 4-drops, we got Apu, who's a vanilla that we do not play. Boo Boo Kaka, bad card. We've got Basil Hawkins. He's the Who's Who that ramps you from trigger. If not, you can hardcast him for 4. We've got Kamazo the Manslayer, who on KO -1 Dawn to KO of 5 or less. Now it seems interesting, but on KO cards right now are just kind of dog shit unless you KO them yourself. And I don't believe there's a way to do that outside of playing the big Kaido. Then we got Black Maria. So blocker 5k on block -1 Dawn. This card gains 1k during this turn. So she's a 6k blocker, technically speaking. Page 1 got a Radad because he used to say on play, but now he says activate main. -1 Dawn. This character can attack active cards during this turn, which is okay, but I don't believe it sees play. Black Maria sees niche play. Nope. Okay, this ulti is a 2k counter, so it's played at 4 in Kaido, but we never really summon it. I think maybe a Blurple or a King deck plays this to play it. Normally they summon either this page 1 or this page 1. Vanilla page 1, pretty dog shit. Then we got Elephant's Marchu. It's a 4-cost that KOs up to one of your opponent's 2 or less, and then you add a Dawn. I feel like that's expensive for what it does. I don't believe it sees any play. And the same with Lead Performer Disaster. Sees no play. How many purple cards do we have that have 5 drops? We got my boy Kyoshiro. And Kyoshiro has the on-play effect. If you have 8 or more Dawns on the field, you draw a card. So he's 6k power. So he's okay. He sees some play in Kaido. Babanuki is a 7k vanilla that actually sees some play. Respect. But sadly, he's a smile, but he's too big to be searched. X-Drake sees a lot of play, 4 of in every purple deck because it's a 2k counter. And on play, -1 Dawn, your opponent discards a card. So if you're starving them for resources, it's actually not that bad. Next up, we have Queen from the Animal Kingdom Pirates. And this is your draw power in purple. 6k blocker with a -1 Dawn that you draw 2, trash 1. The thing that we see on a lot of cards. Now let's go to our 6-drops. What 6-drops do we have in purple? Quite a few, actually. So we got Queen. And this Queen has she's 5k on play, -1 Dawn. This character gains rush, then give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2k during this turn. I feel like this queen should see more play, as she does have an alt art. So it's nice, a purple rush card, and technically you get to bully some cards your opponent might have. We got Fukurokujo, 6 cost vanilla, and I don't believe it sees much play in Kaido. It might, but I believe Babanuki is just a better card. We've got the starter deck King, is 7k on play -1 Dawn KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. See some play, definitely. I think 1 to 3 copies in every deck. I don't think you play him at 4. And then we got Brachio Bomba. So this is, it removes a 6 or less, and then you ramp yourself 1. And trigger effect, you ramp yourself 1. Let's go to the 7 drops. Okay, we got a vanilla that I don't believe many people play. I don't like Urashima. But what people like is this King, as it often allows you to go for 2 for 1. So it's a 7 drop 7k with a -2 Dawn skills that you K up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 3 or less and 1 of 2 or less. So this is definitely going to be a big hitter in the Zoro matchup when they transition to OP2 Zoro. So I'll be playing a lot of small cards and you'll be able to get a lot of 2 for 1s out of them. This is a promo Kaido that sadly doesn't see much play, but he has the -2 Dawn skill. This character gains Banish. He's 8k, so I mean, if ever you're swinging and they don't have a blocker, you can make it so they take damage, and then you can use the big Kaido's minus ability. By the way, we'll be doing all the leaders for set 1 in the 5th episode of this. I'm sorry I didn't go over it, the leaders, but I realized that if I type 0, I see the leaders. Yeah, so this is a okay Kaido. Now let's move on to our 8 drops. Here we have just one card. We have the promo Kaido that is 9k 8 cost. At end of your turn, set a Dawn as active from your Dawn deck, which is okay. Sees some play. Then we got 9 drop Kaido, even bigger monkey. 9 cost 10k on play Dawn -5. To KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, and then this character gains rush. So as long as you pay the cost, even if your opponent has no characters in play, you can still play this card, and it will gain rush. And then we got Big Monkey Kaido. A Big Monkey Kaido is a 12k, and for on play -6. If your leader has Animal Kingdom Pirates type, KO all of the characters in this one. So, really good to clear big boards. And that was our purple coverage of the big chunky purple boys. As you can see, when I type nothing here, all the leaders show up of the color I have selected, and multicolors are always included. And we will review those in another episode. Yeah, if you like this series as a whole, please do drop a like and subscribe. We are getting close to 200 subscribers, and I don't often ask for subscribers, but I would like subscribers. I would like to hit those thresholds and grow the channel as a whole, because I believe I'm helping people out, and I don't know, when you're a Giga Chad, you're a Giga Chad, you know? Anyways, thank you for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.